Really have to show up now? You just knocked the door and all the heat's getting in. Thank you. Oh, and did you puke up a pair of underwear? Perfectly whole? I don't think that's healthy. Okay. Goddamn. Sorry, guys. I'm super tired. My throat hurts really bad. Mom has COVID, but my test came back negative. I don't know. Ignore the hole under my shirt. This is my favorite one, and I wore it the most, so... Yeah, because we are going to talk about the one giant plot hole. I understand why they did it. Like I said, whenever people talk about adaptations, I'm like, you gotta remember that they're different medium. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. You gotta remember that they're different mediums. Oh, and I'm losing my voice. Right before House of the Dragon, of course. And not even for House of the Dragon. Like, I get what you're trying to do. I understand that things have to change. But there's just a couple things that I want to talk about that I'm so excited that it's coming tomorrow. I'm so geeked up. I think I'm going to try and do some sort of live prior with Mom if she tests negative. I don't know. I got to go test again, too. But, yeah, if not her, then I'll do it solo. But I want to try and do something beforehand where we're all, like, all geeked up talking about stuff. So I'm Abby with MOTORCITYNERDS, and thank you to all the new subscribers. Make sure you comment. It really helps me out. Liking the videos really helps. Anything you click on essentially really helps. You can just copy the link and not paste it anywhere. That helps me out a lot. But yeah, welcome to all the new subs. I'm so stoked for House of the Dragon. My Predator 2 review, I don't know what happened to the sound, but I'm trying to recover it, so we will see. But I'm really pissed about it, and I'm just hoping that I can salvage it, because I was really geeked for that, and I really loved doing this review. But anyway, the plot hole in Game of Thrones, the TV show. And I was talking about this the other day, and I was like, oh, I might make a video on it, but there's not that much. But there's just a couple little things that I want to touch on. Like I said, we're all just geeked. What are you excited about for House of the Dragon? But, okay, you remember the whole, the seed is strong? Which, I know that there's other things, like Baelish and stuff, but you know how the seed is strong, when Johnny Aaron tells Ned that, and he's like, what, blah, 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 and then Arya says Joffrey doesn't look anything like that old fat king, and then Ned, it dawns on him, and he's like, oh, the seed is strong, and yet Joffrey looks so Lannister, how strange, and that's how he figures it out. The Baratheon genes have always been like that. There's never been a difference, including my girl, Corlys Valerian's wife, the queen who never was, Rhaenys. It was always she was always depicted with either black hair with white streaks in it, or all black. Like that, and I'm not going off of anything definitive. I'm just like, in my head, it's all black because the seed is strong, and that's kind of a big deal. And then in the show for House of the Dragon, you made her blonde or white-haired or whatever we're going to call it, silver hair. Okay, well, what happened to the seed is strong? Because, like I said, this isn't just a thing from the book. This isn't like that. This is like, no. Remember the entire conflict that kicked off your entire Game of Thrones series? Is the seed that strong? Is it that big of a deal? No, but I'm like, that's the whole kicker with the Baratheon family. And I was like, oh, yeah, I would have liked to. And once again, make people look different so that we can tell them apart. Because I know people that are very... somebody thought it was already out. That's what I mean. I'm like... Okay, and I'm just saying you had an opportunity there to make her look different, but not just that. So is the seed not that strong? I don't know what I'm most excited to see, because I do think everything in the trailers that we've seen has been from the first 2 episodes. I think the time jumps are... I never mind. You can go watch my things that I think are going to be a huge problem and why this won't be as big as Game of Thrones video. And I'm not hating. I think it's going to do extremely well. I think it's going to be very popular, but... I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm like... I just don't want it to be extremely successful, but Game of Thrones was in... That was a juggernaut, and it's like, if you're going to compare things to that, that's like going, okay, let's compare a great basketball player, God, I should know one, because I play basketball, and then going against Kobe Bryant, and it's like, yeah, he's good, and he might be able to hold his own, and he's worth the money, but are we going to pay him as much as Kobe Bryant? No. You know what I mean? And rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, because that is absolutely tragic. It makes me so sad. But... You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, the show will probably be extremely successful, but I just don't want people to be like, oh, well, it didn't do as good as the other one, so it's not a success. And I'm like, no, that shouldn't be how we judge successes here, and I don't think that's fair. I'm most excited to see the dragons, and how many are you going to show us? Because you didn't show us that many to close up in the trailer. I mean, besides Syraxes in that badass Valyrian armor, like, I can die happy now. This is another thing that I want to talk about. Just to remind you guys, because I don't think it's spoken about enough. There's only one female who ever rightfully took the Iron Throne. Oh, Cersei Lannister was the only woman to ever fully take the Iron Throne for herself? I feel like that is a credential we don't give enough credit to. But there is an argument to be had that Cersei is a Targaryen, and I think that's the kicker of Joanna Lannister being Tywin's cousin. I don't think that has anything to do with, like, because marrying your cousin was looked at very differently from marrying your sibling. So, especially back in the day, I'm not saying it's right, but yeah. So I never thought that they were trying to be like, that's why Jaime and Cersei are weird. I always thought it was because by the end of the book, depending on who's left, or series, which won't come because we know George is just making 90 things and going to conventions with 11 people at them. If you've been around, you know the joke. And once it's football, oh shoot, it's almost fall? Once football season, it's a wrap. He's in Vegas. We ain't getting nothing. I always felt like a lot of people that at least either Jaime and Cersei are the Mad Kings or Tyrion is. And I'm like, no, I think they all are. And my friend brought this up. She goes, I don't think Tywin can have kids. And then I stopped and I was like, so this man completely consumed by family and legacy can't have one. But it also adds to him being the most romantic character in the entire series, because even though I think he kind of knows something went down, Tywin still is like, I'll raise the kids because they were yours, but I'm going to mess this guy up. So I always thought that was very interesting. And I really do think that. I'm like, Tywin's my favorite character. I hope that somebody is his, but I'm like, the incest would make more sense than... Hi, Hobart. Would you like to come over here? Okay, let me get the door for you. It's I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? Ned? Oh, he's not in the frame. That's sick. Sorry if I'm bumping the microphone. You guys don't know what? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling good. I don't know if I'm overheating from the wig or what. Because that's the kicker, too. Is not only... Well, okay, let's take dicks out of the equation. Let's take that out. Cersei was born first. She was the first twin. So it's like... Maybe you guys need to take a page from the Martells and start letting women inherit, and maybe you guys would have survived longer. But the reason I think that marrying Joanna Lannister is smart is because by the end of the book, if somebody's alive like Jaime or Tyrion, they can still rightfully hold the West. If they even reveal that they're Targaryens. Let's say they're all Targaryens, but still, they are still half Lannister. See what you did there, George? But yeah. And I don't think Cersei gets the credit she deserves, because let's say she does end up being a Targaryen. And then you were the first... If so, she would have been the first female Targaryen to take the Iron Throne. And she would have been the only woman to take the Iron Throne, which is kind of sick and makes the ending of Game of Thrones, well, her death sucks, but it makes that kind of way more awesome. And it's like, no, Danny, guess what? You would still be under her, even if we were including women. And the kicker of how essentially Tywin took it as a snub, but she was like devastated when Rhaegar was promised to somebody else. So it's like, well, you died and I lived, and if she is, like, let's pretend she's a Targaryen and I took the throne. And not only am I the first woman to sit the Iron Throne, but you could have married me because I was a Targaryen. Well, he married a Martell, but you know what I mean? It's like that's a very interesting thing to go like, well, she's the eldest, she should take the throne, like, you know what I mean? I think that's very interesting. So yeah, I was like, let's put some respect on Cersei. And like I said, that's kind of a big plot hole for Game of Thrones, the series. It's going like, is the seed that strong? Unless they don't make her a Baratheon, which I will be very pissed. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I keep getting cloudy-minded, and I'm not feeling so hot. But, God. I'm on OF, I'm on... Oh, they banned my TikTok, so I had to make a new one. I think it's just AbbyAnarchy MCN. I don't know. I'll put it on the links down below. I don't know what just happened. I just got really dizzy. I'm so sorry, guys, but I'm stoked for this. Are we excited for House of the Dragon? I'm losing my voice. I don't know. I'm pumped. I'm geeked. I'm just like, I don't know if this will go past the second season. Let me know what you think. I'm Abby with Motor City Nerds. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all those things. It helps me a lot. I can't believe how many subscribers we're at. Because at 1,000 subscribers, I said I would watch The Dark Tower, which I have refused to watch because fuck that trash. And The Dark Tower is my jammy. But I said at 1,000 subscribers, if I can figure it out, I'll watch it live with you guys. If not, I don't know. I guess I could watch it on another, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and I'm going to watch it live with you guys. And I might have a breakdown and smash something because we all knew it was going to be trash when they said it was going to be one movie. And it's like, why did you do this? I sound horrible, don't I? An unknown caller just called. Great.